Should you take the straight pill? This is a question every queer person asks themselves, because being straight is easier, it's the norm, and you don't have to act to not get rejected, to not get hate crime. And the thing is that I feel like every queer person had this question pop up in their head, maybe in silence, maybe with tears in their eyes. This question is more complex than it seems, so let's unpack it. So, I'm 23, I never experienced teenage love. The thing is that teenage love is something that every single person, or like as human beings, we should be able to experience teenage love, because teenage love is something that it's like in movies, in shows, in music, in books, everywhere. Teenage love is something that should be an universal thing that can be experienced. But the thing is that most of us, because we are queer, we cannot experience teenage love. Honestly, it's so freaking hurtful. I hate it, because the best moments that we can have, our first love, our first breakup, those moments are stolen from us because the society is built different. And even if some teenage queer people can experience teenage love, the thing is that it's mostly hidden. You cannot hold your boyfriend's or girlfriend's hand on the street, or like in school, you cannot show affection to each other because it's forbidden, and it's such a sad thing. And for that, our teenage experiences become our experiences that are left in our 20s. So let's say that I would take this pill. What would I gain? Easier life overall, teenage love, more acceptance, and no hate crime. People would be just more kind, maybe, because if you are more feminine as a guy, then people look at you differently, and people just put you in this category that you need to fit in this category, and it's just frustrating, to just always be put in this category. And like, the thing is that we are humans, it's like we can be feminine and we can be masculine, and like we are a mix of those both things. So I don't really understand why are we as society just treat people based on if they are masculine or feminine, It should be a mix of both of these things. Also, it would be easier to find love, because the thing is that people are generally straight. So almost every single person that you would find attractive, you are probably right that they are straight. And as a queer person, you find someone attractive, you need to think about many factors, like are they gay, or are they queer? Are they someone who is not hateful towards these people? Can I trust them? There are so many questions. We need to be able to communicate even without words, and we need to be able to give ourselves signs that we are attracted to each other. And it could be so much easier if we would be straight, And also, would people love me more if I would be straight? Like, for example, my parents, I feel like every queer person experienced, or not everyone, but most of them, I think, we had this feeling that would my parents be more proud of me? Would they love me more if I wouldn't be queer or something, I had this question many times, because, for example, my father, he wasn't really present in my life. He was kind of financially and stuff like that, but he was working too much, and I don't really know when he did play with me when I was a child, because he didn't, I think. And the thing is that I don't really blame him, but the thing is that my father gave my older brother more attention and more time and more presence of himself, And I had this question many times, would he love me more if I would be straight? Or what can I do to make him appreciate the time that he spends with me? Or would he spend more time with me if I would be straight, It's like a thing that was always in my mind, what did I do wrong that he didn't want to spend time with me, And it just, looking back, it's such a painful picture, That's you see this kid, 7, 8 years old, and he's thinking about how he can make his father spend more time with him, because he feels like he doesn't love him enough, and yeah, it's kind of my trauma, so don't judge me on that, but yeah, and it's it's really, really, really sad. So yeah, the thing is that I didn't plan to talk about this, it just came out. And so yeah, so I feel like the question, would you take the pill and be straight and be normal, is kind of individual. So let's look at my story. I grew up in one of the European countries. I didn't meet with queer people until I was like 11 years old or something like that. And I didn't know what is it, you know? But every single person in my life like kind of knew, you know, or like kind of had a feeling. And I also had like a feeling that I'm different than other people. Like, because the thing is that I was playing with cars and I was playing with also with dolls, because I had sisters, you know, and my sisters used to like play with Monster High and also Brod's dolls. And we also like were watching Brod's, like this TV show or something like that. And I wanted to be a part of that, you know, I wanted to be one of those main character girls, and I wanted to be like one of the Brod's girls and stuff like that. So it was like, I was different, you know, because if I would be straight, I don't really think that I would pick a woman. Which one would I be, you know? So it's really interesting that since like a young age, I kind of leaned into this femininity and I didn't fear of it, you know? I feared of how I'm perceived, but I didn't fear of looking feminine in like the people around me or like who I trust, like my siblings or stuff like that, you know? So yeah, and the thing is that because I was different, you know, than other people or other kids, I was bullied kind of. I was called fag and gay and stuff like that, even though I didn't really understand what does it mean even, you know? For example, I was in the 2nd grade, you know, I had this guy who was like in the 4th grade or something like that, and he was in the bathroom and he was peeing. And the thing is that I was kind of shy as a kid, I was really shy. And I like didn't really want to pee, I didn't want to pee in the urinals because I was shy, you know, and this guy was peeing in the urinals. And I just came like in the bathroom and like I saw him peeing there, you know. And the thing is that I didn't saw anything like specific, you know, or like anything graphic, but I just looked at him and he looked at me and I just got scared. And I just like went out and I didn't like, I just went in, looked at him and went out. So this guy, because he like used to go inside our classroom and stuff like that, he came in after he peed and he said, "Look at this guy, he's such a fag. He just went into the bathroom, he looked at me and he came out." Which is weird, I know, but the thing is that I was so shy and stuff like that, so it wasn't that I was like kind of, I don't know, you know, it was just a weird experience because I was shy. But still I was called fag, you know, and I didn't even know what does it mean, you know. And those kind of comments like stick with you, you know, for the rest of your life. If you are queer, you know, if you're not queer and someone calls you a fag or something, it just like, you can just shake it off, you know, and it just shake it off. No, you can just shake it off, you know, and it will just mean nothing to you. It's just another curse, you know. But if you're queer, it just sticks with you, you know, and you just like take it with you throughout your life. And the thing is that first time when like I was meeting someone who was queer was basically my like cousin. We were like a family gathering or something like that, and I remembered like my family talking about him and being queer and stuff like that. And the thing is that it was such a weird experience because he was queer and everyone knew in the family. But it's like, it was like an open secret, you know, that he was queer. And the thing is that everyone knew, but he didn't know if he knew or not. And it was kind of awkward, you know, everything was just awkward because he was acting like he had a girlfriend and stuff like that, and he was just acting straight, you know. He put on this persona, and it was kind of weird, you know. And yeah, and the thing is that I experienced many times homophobia, and also like not only like in school but also in my family, because I remember like with my siblings we did go out somewhere, you know, and one of my siblings like mentioned that someone was walking too queer and like he looked like a fag and stuff like that, and I was like, what the fuck, you know. And the thing is that also when I like came out to one of, like some of my siblings, because I feel like everyone knows in my family, but I just came out to some specific siblings that I just wanted to came out to, and I wanted to talk to them about it. And the thing is that when I came out to those siblings, they were like, before that they were homophobic and stuff like that, and I came out to them and they said that they accept me, and like they like knew that I was queer, you know. And I was like, what the hell, what the fuck, you know, like you knew that I'm queer and you still made jokes and hateful comments about queer people in my presence. Like, what the fuck, like I don't really understand this, you know. Like, how can you be hateful when like someone is there, you know? How can you not feel shame when you are homophobic as fuck and there is like someone who is queer? Like, the thing is that, did they enjoy like making me feel bad and making me shrink myself because of them? Or I don't really understand, you know. And the thing is that someday I might like forgive them for this, you know. I don't have like any hard feelings, but someday I might forgive them because I didn't forgive them for that. But still, I feel like I will remember it forever, you know, because what the fuck, like you knew and you still made those jokes and like you still hated on me because it was on me too, you know, because I'm queer too, you know. Like it's such a stupid thing. Also, as a kid, I didn't know how to feel my feelings, and I was kind of overeating a lot because I was binge eating and I was like emotionally eating and stuff like that, and I was fat. So the thing is that I was also fat and queer. So I had like the worst two combinations of teenage years, you know, because what can be worse, you know, to just be queer and fat? There is nothing worse than that, you know. It's awful. Also, when I came to terms with being queer, it was when I was 13, because I was exploring my sexuality. And the thing is that I kind of became aware of, because it was still in my mind, you know, in the back of my mind, but I wasn't aware of it until I was 13. And after that, I was kind of hating myself, and I was like, I really hated myself, and I hated like that part of me, and it felt awful, you know, and I just was depressed and I wanted to die and stuff like that. And also, when I was 15, I like told some of my friends. First, like one of my friends who is like my best friend now, and I knew that she will be like a safe space because she was listening to Katy Perry and she was like always an ally, you know. So I knew that I can trust her, and I told her, and she accepted me, you know. And like on the next week, I told my other friend who I like was closer, like our relationship was closer in that time, you know. And I told her, and she accepted me too. But the thing is that she then betrayed me. Yeah. Like after I came out to her, like 2 years after, you know, or something like that, I heard from someone that she was talking shit behind my back, and she was calling me fag and stuff like that, and to people who I didn't really came out to. So it was such knife in my heart, you know, to just be outed, you know, to so many people, and I didn't even know who did she tell, you know, because everyone could knew, you know, and I didn't know who can I trust. I didn't know like what to do, you know. And I remember like after like someone told me this, I like went to shower, and I was like showering with hot water, and I felt this coldness, or like this, I don't really know how to explain this feeling, but I just had goosebumps all over my body, and I just like felt this shame and like this disgust about me and this situation, and I didn't know what to do, and I kind of wanted to take my life in that time, which is weird, but yeah, I wanted to like end it, you know. And yeah, it was and the thing is that in that time when I was in the shower, I was thinking about that, you know, to just end it and just be happy, or like die happy or something, you know. And I didn't know what to do. And then after that, I realized that I have two options, you know. First option, I will die and I will end it all, and it will be peaceful, and I will not have anyone to judge me and to hate me, and I don't really need to deal with anxiety and stuff like that. And the other option would be to just fuck it, you know, like who cares? Like who cares who knows about me? Like fuck them, you know, fuck everyone. Like it's my life, and at the end of the day I am there for myself and no one will be there for me. So who cares about their opinions, you know? Like the thing is that they can talk shit about me all day if they want, you know, but the more energy they give me, the more I grow, because the thing is that they can talk whatever they want, because haters will be always down and those who are hated will be always up, because what the fuck, like only the people who hate themselves hate other people, because why would you hate someone, you know? It's just such a, like, it's such a big feeling, or like I talk like ChatGPT, it's such a, like a big emotion to hate someone, you know? And I feel like hate is really close to love, you know? So it's like, I don't know, it's just something that it's like such a strong feeling like a love, you know? So it's kind of like honoring, you know, to just hate me, you know, because why not? Like, and like, fuck you, you know, if you hate me, just, I don't really care. Like, if you are hating and you just have time to hate and just not work on yourself, then it's on you, you know? I don't really care, because what the fuck, you know? And the thing is that I want to speak to people who are in this position, you know, who just got outed or something. I don't really know if like someone is watching this who is in this situation, but if you are, then just fuck it, you know, like who cares, you know? The thing is that if you are in high school, then you will grow up and you will like move away from this country, or like in the country that you are living, or like you can move away in that city somewhere, you know, and you can start a new life. And like every single person that you know in your life right now is just so important. They play such an important part in your life. But when you like look at the big picture, and when you look at like 10 years from now or something, you know, you will be in such a different place that you will like laugh. You don't even like know those people now, you know, and you don't even like think about them. And for example, high school, I don't even think about those people. I don't even like know all of their names, because I just forgot so many names, you know, I forgot so much of them, and I'm glad, you know. And the thing is that they don't play such a big role in your life, only if you choose to, you know. If you choose them, then they can play a big role in your life, but if you don't choose them, you just can live your life and you can choose whoever you want. You can just take it and you can make it your armor, you know, like, because if you look at everything, you know, just queer people are everywhere and they just play such a big role in our society. And even though many people just don't really want to accept it or like really see it, but queer people are everywhere. We just have like a big impact in society. And I feel like it's something that we should be proud of, and it's something that we should not be ashamed of, you know. And I know that it's like a hard situation, you know, but if you are going through hell, just keep going, you know, and you will get through it, and you will get in a place where they appreciate you and they love you for who you are. So let's see, what is the cost of queerness? Facing hate even from queer people. The thing is that I faced hate from many people. I faced hate in workplace. I was called fag at the workplace. I was called fag from someone who is also trans. For example, like last week I needed to go on a trip because I wanted to go on a concert with my best friend, and we needed to go to this big city, you know, and we went to this big city, and like I thought that I cannot get hate crime in a big city, because I feel like in a big city, like everyone is just thinking about themselves and like they don't really care about you. And I felt like I'm safe in that big city or something, you know. But the thing is that me and my best friend just like were in the mall. We just wanted to sit down somewhere, and we find this table, so we just sat down there, and next to us was this transgender girl, and she just looked at us and she started to talk shit about us. And she was like, this one is gay and she is lesbian and stuff like that. And I was like, what the fuck, you know? And she started to like talk really, really rude shit about us. And she was just going on and on and on and on. And we thought, like me and my best friend thought that she's on drugs or something, you know? And then after that, like a few minutes later or like 1 minute later, came her friend who was also transgender, and both of them started to talk shit about us, and they were laughing at us and stuff like that, and I was like, what the fuck? And then one of them like said something like, but his dick might be good or something, and I was like, what the fuck, like are you now hating or like praising me? Fuck, like just decided, you know. It was weird as fuck. And then like in any other situation I would stand up for myself, because what the fuck, like what are you talking about? Like I will fight you, like what the fuck, like what the fuck are you doing, like why the fuck are you hating, you know? But in this situation they were transgender girls, you know, and I didn't really knew how to react in this situation, because the thing is that I have big respect for the trans community, because like one of my sisters is trans, so I like have a big respect and I have like a big love for them. And the thing is that I didn't really know how to react, you know, because they were on drugs, so I feel like it would escalate to something physical, and I don't really feel comfortable like hitting a girl, you know, or something. If they would be men or something, you know, I would just fight them, you know, but I had too much respect for them being trans, so I didn't really want to like hate crime them or something, even though they didn't have any respect for us, you know. So we just left from like that table because we felt uncomfortable, and like it was like a weird experience, you know. But it's just such a weird, like it's such a weird thing for me to just like, we are in the same fucking boat, you know, like we are in the fucking same community, like why the fuck are you hating, you know? And it's an awful experience. I don't really understand them, but like still, like hateful people are just something that I will never understand, because I will never be there and I will never hate on someone because of them, or like them being themselves, you know. So yeah, I think the best option that we could do to just leave, you know, to just not cause a scene and stuff like that, because it would be horrible. So yeah, so the thing is that it's kind of tiring, you know, to just always be or like think about someone hating on me or something. The thing is that I don't really like think about someone hating on me, because I'm kind of like straight passing, kind of like, not really, but many people tell me that I'm straight passing, even though I got hate crime like many times. So I don't really know if I'm like straight passing or not. Either way, it's whatever, you know, I'm just myself. And I don't really fear people. I don't really want to get into physical fights or something, but if I need to, I will do it, and I will like, even if I would get beat, whatever, you know, like I will survive, hopefully. And if not, they will die, you know, like I will kill them. No, this is going too far. Okay, let's move on from this. Also, finding love would be really easy, you know, because like everyone is straight, you know, like you can just find someone who you like, you know, and you can just work it out with them, and it would be so crazy to just experience that, you know. But when you're queer and you just want to like find love, then it's just so hard, you know, to just, because you like someone in person and you don't know if they are queer, if they are like hateful or not, if they accept it, you know, or it's just hard, you know. And yeah, so let's see, what does queerness give to my life? I feel like empathy, because I went through pain, I went through shit, and I can be empathic to people. Also my EQ is like higher than like a straight person would have, you know. Also, I'm more creative. Also, I'm thinking differently, because the thing is that when you are like thrown out of the society or like judged so much, you know, you just start to think outside of the box, and you are just more creative, and like more, you have this mindset of thinking outside of the box, which is a really good thing, you know, even though it's just caused by trauma. But it's a good thing, you know. The thing is that queerness is everywhere. If you just look at music, if you look at art, if you look at books, if you look at like design, if you look at fashion, there is like, queerness is everywhere. And also, and queerness gives you ability to adjust and to just act, because we need to like put on this persona that it's like straight to be safe, and we need to put on this character, and because we can adapt so easily. it becomes like second nature for us to just build and shape ourselves in a way that would benefit us. And also I feel like that's why every single queer person in their field are just so professional, and also so we are just in a higher level of that thing, and we can like master stuff so much because of our queerness and because we are not accepted in this society. But also it's really hard to just, you sometimes need to think about, like, you cannot just travel, you know, easily because of your queerness, because in many places there is like still illegal to be queer, you know, and they can even kill you. So it's just a hard time to be gay. So last but not least, the question, the big question: would I take the straight pill? And I feel like the answer is no, I would not. Because the thing is that even though it would make my life easier, I would find love easier, and it is so much easier, so much easier. I feel like it would take away so much of my personality, of my creativity, of my like ability to adjust and just go for what I want. And I would feel like that part of me would just be such a big part of me that it wouldn't be me anymore, you know? And the thing is that if you think about it really, would straightness make you happy or just more basic, you know? Because if you really think about it, it just makes you more basic, you know? Like we are just like a different design, you know, or something. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, the thing is that I feel like straightness is kind of basic and kind of plain and kind of, I don't know, it just tasteless, kind of. Sorry if you're straight and watching this. I'm sorry. Thank you for your alliance. But yeah, the thing is that queerness is something that is it's revolutionary. And when you like look at queer people or like new stuff that it comes out, like queer people just can detect like trends, and they can detect the future of everything, you know. I feel like queerness is such a big part of our society's future development, or I don't really know how to explain it, but I feel like we are ahead of straight people in so many ways, because we think outside of the box, because we are already judged. We are not afraid to like try new things, you know. Being queer is just a blessing in disguise. Even though I get a lot of hate, and I know that this video might get a lot of hate, but still I feel like I stand by it, and I just give myself, because I feel like giving myself is just something that is the only thing that I can give, you know, because it just trained me. And if you don't like it, you just click away, and if you like it, just like it, you know. But the last question that we have is for you: would you take the straight pill or would you not? Please write it down in the comments, and please explain what would you do. So that's all, and I see you next time.